SunnyV2, one of the most popular commentary channels right now on YouTube, is getting cancelled for uploading one of the worst videos of his career. Now, I say one of the worst because we're going to talk about another video that was equally absurd, but SunnyV2 is under a ton of backlash, even from MrBeast himself. And if you don't know, recently there's been a lot of talk about Tyson, MrBeast's best friend, because Chris is transitioning and is getting a lot of backlash for it. SunnyV2 made a video today titled "Why Chris Will Soon Be a Nightmare for MrBeast." And let me tell you, these clips you're gonna watch, Sunny just sounds like an absolute moron. Let's actually look at these clips and go through them.
MrBeast has likely cultivated a massive LGBT audience, all of whom are already watching anyway, and if we've learned anything from Hollywood in recent years, it's that adding over-the-top LGBT characters for the sake of relatability rarely works as intended, and is often nothing more than a distraction from the premise of the movie or video.
What the actual fuck are you talking about? If we've learned anything from Hollywood, adding LGBTQ characters doesn't work as intended. This fool is acting like MrBeast is in the boardroom going, "Hey guys, you know what would really sell now? Chris, go transition so we can blast this to the world and we can make loads of money." Chris isn't a character. He's a real person. This isn't Hollywood. This is someone's life. How did these words come out his mouth and he thought, yeah, that makes a point. That's a great point right there. Why does SunnyV2 do that video?
On top of this, it can be uncomfortable and unrelatable for the silent majority, although as we have seen, a situation like Chris's does have the potential to create an otherworldly amount of discussion, which could be seen as a benefit for the MrBeast brand.
Drama is good for growth, 100%. That would be an easy way to up my
So
views
you're
if
a
I got it.
Keemstar?
I love how he takes that clip of MrBeast like out of context. Like, drama is great for growth. I mean, MrBeast never really plays into drama. To imply Chris is doing this for views and clout is insane when Chris is a huge part of the biggest YouTube channel in the world. They don't need any more clout.
The problem is, this type of situation is probably the last thing that MrBeast wants to attract, as he's forced to agree with Chris's position, as he has no way of manipulating the situation without being painted as the bad guy.
Just assuming what MrBeast is thinking. He's forced, guys. MrBeast is forced to defend Chris. Why is it so hard for SunnyV2 to grasp that Chris and MrBeast are real-life best friends and have been for ages?
It's a lose-lose situation for MrBeast.
That clip there, taken out of context to make MrBeast look so uncomfortable with Chris. This is just complete dog shit.
I think Jimmy is in an inescapable situation. If he kicks out Chris, cancelled. If he don't, his channel will die for real. An inescapable situation is a pretty good way of describing the drama, which is also why it deserves the harsh label of being a nightmare. Jimmy has no option but to publicly express acceptance of Chris's transition, as silence or even worse, disapproval would come with obvious severe repercussions.
Did he like just hit record and just start spewing? There's no way SunnyV2 actually planned this. And then he also ends the video by saying this.
The only clean solution, should things go south, might be for Chris to resign himself, and even then rumors and bad press will be unavoidable. Whether it be arrogance or ignorance, Chris seems oblivious to how this whole thing might impact Jimmy, forgetting that he achieved his current level of success by avoiding this exact type of drama.
What? That's how he ended the video. Guys, he owes MrBeast a career. How could he do this? It is so bizarre to me. People like Sunny here. This comment sums it up best on his video. Imagine actually being a person who is emotionally invested in the MrBeast friend group. This is what people were saying. SunnyV2's new video about Chris is kind of cringe. Unsubscribe. I usually enjoy SunnyV2's videos, but for real, dog, what is this? What does Chris's transition have to do with Jimmy's career? Like, let's promote hate. That'll be a good vid. Massive Sunny L here. I don't know what the hell the dude was thinking posting this. SunnyV2's video is gross. I don't consume MrBeast content, but calling an actual real person an over-the-top LGBTQ character like it was a brand choice is insane. Also using transphobic morons comments on Twitter to validate this weird essay he pulled out of his arse. SunnyV2 just openly being transphobic now. SunnyV2 might have just made the worst commentary video ever. He referenced movies adding over-the-top LGBT characters, which is so irrelevant considering Chris is a real person. SunnyV2 just dropped a video about Chris, MrBeast, and I really got to hand it to him. I've never seen a YouTube transition so seamlessly from, oh, my held political beliefs are a secret, to, I put sinister music over the selfies of a trans person because they recently came out. I usually don't like heavily criticizing YouTubers nowadays, but God, SunnyV2's newest video was awful. It's super invasive and it's only fueled nothing but hate, all because of Chris coming out as trans. This will be the worst video of his career. This video is quite exemplary of the dog shit way trans people are treated by society, especially on SunnyV2's part. So you've seen what people are thinking so far. MrBeast clapped back. Someone tweeted, "This new SunnyV2 video feels really invasive for all the wrong reasons. Like, why did you make this? You delved into the man's marriage and shit. It's just really off-putting and unnecessary." MrBeast replied with, "Yeah, this is getting absurd. Chris isn't my nightmare. He's my fucking friend, and things are fine. All this transphobia is starting to piss me off." So yeah, at the moment, things are not looking good for SunnyV2, and people are coming at him for his old content too. Nicholas Diorio said, "One of my favorite SunnyV2 arguments was when he flashed a tweet of Ninja discussing a controversy related to the George Floyd murder, and Sunny said it was ingenuine because he trash talks children in video games." No bullshit, he actually said that.
Overall is a huge component of Ninja's dark side. And this whole component is a basis for the next element of Ninja's dark side, and that's his bizarre foray into the world of politics. Not his political opinion as such, but more specifically, why is he even getting involved in politics at all? He's a gaming streamer. There have been numerous tweets over the last 12 months relating to Ninja standing with the black community, and his wife stating that Ninja does his part for white privilege and racism, but this just goes back to the previous point of being ingenuine with his audience. Ninja is a multi-millionaire white guy spending his time playing video games who also seems to be somewhat low in compassion, judging from the way he treats his enemies after he kills them. Who do you think you're fooling, Ninja?
So saw this clip where he unironically uses Sneeko as a reference.
When you post something or make something pandering to what is popular, such as the hot topic of racial inequality, even the people who agree with you on the topic lose respect for you because they can sense the lack of authenticity and the fact that you're only posting it to appease your audience. On top of this, all Ninja is doing is alienating his audience and speeding up his demise because, as Sneeko said best,
successful people don't play any side politically because they're too smart to know that they'd just be alienating 50% of their clients.
Ninja argues it's not my job to educate kids who make racist and sexist comments.
Ninja's moronic venture into politics is simply giving journalists a reason to pin clickbait on him, doing nothing besides making Ninja's life more difficult while giving him exposure for all the wrong reasons.
I mean, that's all you need. However, on SunnyV2's video, a lot of the top comments when I went to go on it today were actually quite supportive. Chris is Jimmy's best friend. I'm sure Chris talked to Jimmy at the beginning of his transition to make sure Jimmy didn't think it would hurt his channel, and they both decided to move forward. Jimmy doesn't seem like the type of guy to judge people's life decisions. People also forget that Chris is Jimmy's best friend. They have been together since the beginning of the channel and even before. I'm sure they had their talk with each other, and that needs to be respected. It's wild to me that anyone cares how another person dresses or presents themselves. If someone wants to wear pants, cool. If someone wants to wear a dress, cool. If you want your freedom to do what you want, then others need their freedom to do what they want. Freedom is good. I really can't understand why people care so much about what Chris does to his body. I love seeing parasocial behavior all over TikTok and YouTube comments of people speaking like they know MrBeast. This is the most depressing stuff, seeing people reach this hard without even knowing who MrBeast and Chris are behind the camera. And if you're watching this video and you agree, leave a good comment, a positive comment, because like the video. Thank you for watching. Until next time, fuck off.